Boom! Welcome back to Rise React. So check it, right? Apparently, it's a little bit of drama going on with Offset, J Print. But I ain't gonna lie, I just ran up the stairs. Your boy a little tired. Let me take a breath. All right, we back. All right, so apparently it's some static between Offset, Jay Prince, and DJ Akademiks covered the whole thing. He got it in like 3 parts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna combine all 3 videos. I'm gonna react a little bit throughout, but then I'm gonna give my full perspective at the end. You did what I'm saying. So without further ado, let's get to the video.
Hey, first off, y'all niggas speaking on my real brother. I don't know what y'all niggas got, what the fuck y'all niggas got going on. Y'all niggas speaking on my real brother. How dare one of y'all niggas even speak on me and Tate relationship, nigga? I don't know you niggas from a can of paint, nigga. Y'all niggas don't know how me and my brother rock, nigga. You trying to clear your face, nigga. This your 5th interview, nigga. You done did about my brother, nigga. You ain't think about his mama. You ain't think about the family, nigga. We ain't said nothing. Ain't nobody said nothing but you niggas. You niggas, man, who y'all niggas think y'all nigga is? John got it, nigga? Damn. Ain't nobody going for none of that, bro. I ain't studying none of that shit y'all niggas talking about either. And if you heard something from me, I'ma tell you it's gonna come from me. Call my phone. Y'all niggas going off of he say, she say. Then y'all niggas supposed to be this is who y'all supposed to be. And y'all nigga on interviews and it out on the interview. Talking about, I said that, nigga, call my phone, homie. You call my phone, we'll have a conversation. Then what I'm talking about, all that internet games out.
And check it out now. Holy. Now, if we didn't know already, man, I guess we know now. Okay, this whole Jay Prince $1 million worth of game podcast interview was pretty interesting. Number one, it feels a little bit staged, right? Nobody's heard about a police report, yet Jay Prince shows up to the interview with a full stack of police report stuff that every blogger who's now all looking into court documents have never seen. I'm going to try to get it, but we'll get there. However, it seems staged because it seems like the interviewers, Gillian Wallow, clearly have some information that they're basically probably just prepping and trying to throw an alley-oop for Jay Prince to expose, okay? Now, it doesn't seem all the way neutral, but also people are commenting on the timidness of Gillian Wallow in the sense that, hey, they're not doing too much pushback or too much like, hey, listen, well, let me challenge you here. Let me just give you the platform to talk. So that's going to be some narrative already. However, here's the part that came out at the end that people were shocked by. Jay Prince called out Offset. Essentially, basically said that he's been hearing things that Offset's been saying to other people that Offset probably didn't think was going to get back to him, but he's been hearing it and he hopes that Offset doesn't put him in a position that he has to defend himself. Now, this is the thing about Jay Prince that we've all noticed. He's amazing when it comes to these innocuous, maybe passive-aggressive threats where essentially every time I hear him talk about somebody, even when he was talking about Willie Bland or even when he's talking about Offset, he kind of talking about these situations saying, hey, he says doing such things wouldn't be healthy for you. He talks in a very interesting way, but all I keep hearing is this is a lightly coded threat, okay? And I'm going to be honest with you, man. You know, him bringing up the whole Takeoff Offset relationship, I particularly thought that was a little bit out of bounds. You know, brothers fight all the time. You know, no one knows when, you know,
Man, I really dislike when dudes be doing this corny type of stuff, bro. I mean, like, it's hard for me to even articulate what he doing. He walking around with a phone in his hand, showing everybody behind him as if they just some crash dummies. And like, bro, you having a phone in your hand don't make you look tough. Even though you got a whole bunch of just dummies right behind you, bro, like that, I really dislike that. That just makes you look so lame, fam.
The Lord's gonna call somebody's number, whatever the case is, and sometimes, you know, you might not be the closest with that particular person.
I mean, cause bro, like, let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. Why would you even want to be that close to another man's neck, man? I'm talking about the dude right here on his left or something like that. Bro, all these dudes is way too close, huddled up just to get in this video or what? To do what? To show what? To show that you will crash out for this man? Boy, that's the corniest mindset I've ever seen, like, ever. This is just so... I can't even focus on what Akademiks is saying, bro, just because all these dudes in the back just quick to be behind another dude. And ain't nothing wrong with that if that's how you flow. But it's just like, bro, for you... Bro, it's too much.
That you didn't have love for them all their lives. And at that moment...
Who is that guy? All right, I'm done.
Especially after someone passes, those trivial arguments or maybe that little small falling out don't matter when you lose someone who you probably spent over a decade with in the worst of situations building with. So it's
Bro, this is so corny, bro. This is so corny. And I bet I guess this is Jay Prince Jr. I don't really know the Princes like that, but I bet he wouldn't pop a grape. He wouldn't bust a firecracker if anything was to pop off. And all these other dudes. This one dude behind him looks so sweaty. He looks so sweaty behind him. And then this guy holding up his little chains. Like, what's the purpose of that? Like, are you going to go home and tell your girl, like, yeah, you know, I was with Jay Prince Jr. Look, you could see me in his video. Like, boy, that's lame as hell. That's lame as hell. Be yourself, man.
was kind of interesting watching Jay Prince bring that up. I thought that was a little bit of a low blow to Offset while he's also going through grief and mourning. And that's another thing that I kind of took away from this whole thing. I think they don't really, the Prince family, you know, it didn't feel like they understood that there's some family and friends that are still grieving Offset. It felt like they were more concerned about this pending case and criminal case and this investigation more than, you know, and what the streets are saying, more than what people were probably saying as humans, to say they lost someone who should have never been in that situation, that he would get his life taken in such a way. The other thing is that clearly you hear Offset respond. Offset's on some stuff like, yo, what's up with y'all, man? Like, man, y'all doing the whole press tour with this. What are y'all trying to do? Y'all keep speaking on it. Now y'all speaking on my relationship with him. I'm inclined to have to, I got to rock with Offset on this. I'm going to be honest with you, right? But I'm going to be honest also. I don't think nobody is in the position, and the closest we've seen is Youngboy to buck at Jay Prince. And I think that's kind of one of the reasons Jay Prince moves and talks and operates how he wants to. And it's without impunity. Like, I don't think none of these guys, I think they all watch their tone a little bit when they're talking to Jay Prince. I'm sorry to say. And I think Jay Prince is very direct in the sense of he'll call your name, even though he might put like a lightly coded threat in there. But I don't really think nobody wants to smoke with Jay Prince for whatever reason.
Bro, no man is untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Different people have different resources, but no man is untouchable. So it's just like, I really never like when people hold other people up to a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Especially a pedestal that make them higher than them. It's just like, bro, I don't give a damn who Jay Prince think he is, man. When it comes to me, you better talk to me with the utmost respect. It ain't gonna be no type of threats being handed out. And the thing is, I'm not gonna hand out no threat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna take no light threat, bro. That's lame as hell. So I mean, I don't know what type of work or whatever he did back in the day. I'm talking about Jay Prince, but bro, this is 2023, man. I don't care about none of that. You better watch how you talk to me. I mean, that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But everybody not like that though. Yeah.
Call him the boogeyman, call him whatever you want, but pretty much he just literally blamed the death of Takeoff on somebody that Takeoff came with and basically told Offset to watch his mouth and nothing's going to happen. So again, he is the boogeyman, and all I'm going to just say is that we got rappers, and then we got some other dudes who clearly got a lot more other stuff going on. It's the reason why we keep hearing Jay Prince's name come up, and we're going to leave it right at that, man. What do y'all think about him calling out Offset? What do you think about Offset response? Some people are pointing out that Offset, his voice was a little shaky, but some people feel like, nah, it wasn't shaky because he's scared. It was shaky because, you know what I mean, that this issue means a lot to him, which is him talking about his brother who he's been mourning for a long time, Takeoff, okay? We'll see what it is, man, but get in the comment box.
All right, man. Next video.
Whatever his name may be, you know, he giving all kinds of statements on this police report we have, so we can read his name and everything, because he put himself in a position where he's cooperating and telling us.
Bro, Jay Prince gotta be almost 60 years old, fam. You feel me? So for him to even like be in this type of nonsense, you know what I'm saying? First off, he dressed like he a 22-year-old rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, if you really got, you supposed to be somewhere in the Caribbeans, you know? Like, who else is old? Pharrell. You know, you'll never hear about Pharrell getting into anything goofy, but it's just like, dude, I don't know who he think he is, bro. I don't know who he think he is, but like I said, he look goofy with all these chains on, and him talking about a situation in which the family even haven't spoke on first. That's lame as hell.
A lot of different lies, so we may as well shine the light on the real root to the issue, which is this homie. You know what I mean?
Check it out now. Holy. Now, the Mob Ties press tour has started, people, okay? If you guys don't know, you had the Prince family, pretty much Jay Prince Jr., Jay Prince himself, and Mike Prince. They appeared $1 million worth of game where basically Jay Prince pretty much gave it raw, okay? He said, yo, this would have not happened if Quavo's homie didn't literally jump the gun. Now, which homie is he talking about? We talking about Willie Bland, a.k.a. Migos Bands, someone who came to the party with Quavo. Essentially, Jay Prince is saying that Takeoff's death is as a result of his actions and nobody from Mob Ties, but it gets even worse, okay? According to Jay Prince, basically, Willie Band, or Bland, okay, aka Migos Bands, is a snitch. Okay, that's what he's saying. He say he's snitching on the Prince family, and he ran back to Atlanta for protection, and he wants to put the word out there that this dude is telling. By the way, he also put up the police report, and I'm just gonna say this, people, all right? This is a very interesting way to kind of handle a situation because there's an open police investigation going on, okay? This feels like a possible political street move to try to get the narrative to change, maybe perhaps in the favor of the Prince family, while the police are still looking to lock people up. Also, here's the thing. The person who didn't get locked up, at least from what we heard, which is Willie Bland, a.k.a. Migos Bands, okay? Basically, that guy, they're saying is the guy should get locked up, which kind of almost goes into the whole self-defense thing that I told y'all that the shooter is probably going to utilize. The guy who they locked up, Patrick Clark, is going to say, hey, it's self-defense. I only really shot because I seen another person with a gun and he shot too. So again, whatever Jay Prince and their family is saying is going into the defense of the guy who actually got charged. And essentially they said in this interview, the person, they even said directly, they said the person who should have got hit was Quavo's mans. Now, here's the thing. The Migos Bands dude, Quavo, people have said that's Quavo's brother. I'm wondering where Quavo sits on this whole issue. Not only did Takeoff lose his life, they're pretty much saying, hey, listen, well, we just got to chalk it up as if your man didn't do something, Takeoff would have died. That's a hard pill to swallow, okay? Because you have to think about accountability on all ends. And it seems like the Prince family is saying that Quavo and the people that Quavo came with are the result of Takeoff dying. What do y'all think about this, man? Get a comment, make sure you guys like them, subscribe. Hey, this is so wild because watching Jay Prince kind of make this statement, okay? My man over here looking like Judge Mathis, you know what I mean, with that clean fade. I just don't know what's the point of this because I don't think the narrative about the Prince family will change immediately. Even if they had nothing to do with it, it won't change. It only complicates stuff. And it feels like this is less about healing and more about trying to flush this guy out who they believe is cooperating, which leads me then to believe if you think this guy's cooperating, who is he going to implicate that you would care about, right? Because we saw $1 million bond got posted for Patrick Clark, but they said it was from a concerned citizen. People can't figure out who had $1 million just in the tuck to bail this guy out. What's the angle here? I mean, I think we all could put 2 and 2 together, but Jesus, this is getting a little bit messy, people. All right? Get in comments, you guys like them, subscribe to Akademiks.
On to the next video.
Check it out now. Holy, now, bruh, y'all supposed to be fighting the Prince family, not yourselves. What's going on over here? Now, not the goddamn Migos. No, holy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I got to be honest, man. Okay? Listen, Don't tell me we got Jay Prince over here doing interviews where he's blaming the whole reason why Takeoff died on the people that Takeoff came with and the Migos. Actually, he's blaming it on a guy named Migo Band, right? And instead of fighting the mob ties and the Prince family, we got Quavo and Offset fighting each other? Nah, hold up, man. This don't sound good. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, if you ain't hear the news, basically, Quavo was trying to perform at the Grammys, and actually he did perform at the Grammys, but he was trying to perform a song called Without You for a tribute to Takeoff during the Grammys when Offset backstage tried to also take the stage with him, okay? Apparently, Quavo says, nah, bruh, you ain't coming out here. I'm gonna do this by my dolly, and essentially a physical altercation actually ensued. Now, again, there's been like, a lot of, bad blood or, they've been beefing. And when I say beefing, I'm talking about brotherly stuff, right? Like, this is not seen eye to eye on from what I'm hearing, small things. And here's the worst part about it, right? Because I've heard from this whole little feud that pretty much Takeoff's kind of really always been in the middle. Like, he really was always in the middle, not picking either side. But of course, I mean, you might could say he picked a side because he was doing songs with Quavo. But Takeoff was pretty much having love for both of these individuals. Now we're watching them, get into these altercations. And by the way, I know what some of y'all are saying. Some of these things should remain private, but it's at the Grammys. There's a million cameras. It's a big spectacle. And apparently this was caught or seen backstage. I am hoping for healing for both of these men. I don't think we'll have some type of closure as fans, especially until we see both of these guys unite and do something in the name of Takeoff. And, it's just kind of sad, man, because if you guys ever had like a death in the family, sometimes that death kind of really ruptures even any healing process. Like, life is kind of like a roller coaster when it comes to relationships with people. But when someone dies, sometimes it kind of gives almost nearly an irreparable fracture, or sometimes it brings people closer together. Clearly, the death of Takeoff hasn't brought Quavo and, of course, Offset close enough that they could get past some of these petty differences. And I'm hoping they actually, eventually get past it, because I do know that Offset feels a tremendous amount of guilt. I do know that Quavo feels a tremendous amount of guilt for either their relationship with Takeoff leading up to that situation, or maybe their actions in that particular situation that led up to that situation. So, man, watching these guys, kind of still get into it, it's so sad, man. And we got to get these guys united, man. At least that's what I think that Takeoff would have wanted. Again, we remember the Migos. These guys were more than just a rap group. They were more than just business partners. They were family. It was more of a family-first situation. And now that we lost Takeoff, I think we want to see these two put whatever issues they got behind them. And petty stuff like this, hopefully this is not the norm going into the future. It's grieving time, and sometimes you're going to get into some arguments. But I'm hoping this changes as the months and years happen, okay? Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like them, subscribe. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Pray for peace, people.
And there we go. Okay. So for a quick recap, man, Jay Prince went on $1 million worth of game. Got to talk to smack about Offset and Takeoff and the whole little situation. Offset get upset, tell Jay Prince, like, bro, quit all this internet stuff, man. You could have hit my phone up. You talking about something that the family was never even talking about. Then I guess in the interview, Jay Prince kept talking about, well, I haven't seen the $1 million worth of game interview, but it seems like that was like the main thing he was talking about. And apparently somebody that was with Quavo kind of like initiated the whole thing. So when things popped off, Takeoff was just, the innocent bystander, when it really should have been somebody else, since he kind of popped off the whole situation. Then finally, at the Grammys last night, Offset and Quavo get into it at the Grammys. So, my quick little perspective, man. Like I said, I think Jay Prince is kind of lame. Like, the simple fact that your name keep popping up and you this old in age. Like I said, he like almost 60 years old. So it's just like, bro, why is you just in the mix of all this? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you supposed to be on a whole different type of time right now. You did what I'm saying? that's how I feel with that. And then them boys fighting at the Grammys. It's just like, dude, y'all, there's a time and place for everything. You know, as a guy, I know some people I won't be cool with unless we have a physical altercation. And then from that point, we can kind of heal from that because it's like on some mutual respect thing. But not at the Grammys, though. Not at the Grammys. You feel me? Act said, man, y'all supposed to be going hard at Jay Prince, man, not each other. And I wholeheartedly agree. With that being said, look, man, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe, drop a comment. If y'all rocking with y'all boy, man, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, bro. It's free. It's free as hell. Till then, till next time. See, I'm tired as hell. Till next time, man, I'm out.